So welcome guys to Module 2 Part 1. This one is just going to show you how to create a simple table in Excel, and then Part 2 is going to show you how to put that table or use that table to create a graph. So what I need you to do is open your blank version called Module 2 and then do this alongside with me. The easiest way to do that is, let's say this is the video you're watching, just click at the top and drag to the right hand side and you'll see it'll take up half the screen. And then get your Excel document, open it, and then drag it to the other side. So you've got both views side by side. What I'll do is open mine all the way back up. All right, so when you open your Excel document, if this is too small and you can't see all of it, what you can do on Excel is you can see the this little bar down here, and you can zoom out or zoom back in. And if you're lucky enough to have a touch screen, you can just use two fingers to zoom in and out as well, which is nice and easy. So I'm just showing you a few other things with Excel apart from just creating the table. Down here you can see we've got sheet 1 and sheet 2. Quite often you want to actually label these, and if you want to actually give them a name, you can go right click, rename, and let's call this practice 1, and we can rename, right click, rename, and we can call this one practice 2, and so you can click between them. The other thing with these is sometimes you'd like to color code them, so again right click and you can actually give each tab a color if you like. That's practice 1 and practice 2. Alright, so with practice 1, what we want to go ahead now and do is create a table. First up, you can see we have times and in brackets minutes. Now straight away I can see a problem because time minutes has gone over into the B column. 3 things you can do to fix that. You can see I've clicked off, and as I bring my arrow up between A and B, we can see that other arrow has appeared. And you can left click, hold down and swipe across, and you can see I've made the A column bigger. I'm going to backspace that. Your other option, again, wait for that arrow, and now I can just double click with the left, and you can see it's now fit to size, which is nice. And your third option, I'll just backspace again, is maybe I want time and then minutes underneath. So instead of writing time here and minutes in this box, I click on this one once I've written it, and I can go up to wrap text, and that allows me to put, let's make that a bit bigger, that allows me to put time and minutes within that one box on top of each other. Alrighty, so on next to time, or it says times on that, so let's make times. There we go. Next to times, you can see temperature, and it is degrees Celsius. So to get the degrees, you go insert symbol. I'm lucky enough that it's already up here. Insert, close, there it appears. Capital C, close bracket. Underneath temperature, you can see we've got in the sun and in shade. And temperature is actually still only written in this box. But if I want to make temperature go across both of these boxes, what I can do is highlight both of them, go back up to home, and you can see this merge button, merge in center. And now temperature has its own box above those 2 headings. Same with time here. You can see time goes across temperature and in sun. So I can highlight these 2 boxes. Notice when I highlight, the first button I click on stays clear and all the others go grey. But because you can see that dark green box around all of it, it's still included. So when I highlight those 2, click merge and center, and again you can see that we have merged those 2 boxes. The next thing we want to do is just write in 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. Now that's fine to do. I can type it all in. However, if I had to go up to 120, 300, that could get very old very quickly. So what you can actually do in Excel is if a pattern exists, so you can see here a pattern is going up in tens, you just have to start that pattern for Excel, and then what you can do is highlight those boxes with the pattern. See how I move my mouse to this dark green box on the side, and you can see my arrow changes from a white cross to a black cross. If I hold my left mouse down and scroll down, you can see it continues that pattern for me. Now, because there's no pattern between these numbers, you have to type them in individually. So go ahead and do that. There we go. Okay, so a few other things we need to do. We can see that there is borders around our numbers and headings, and the heading is also, coloured. So what we need to do is highlight around all our headings and numbers. Click on this box up here. See how it says no border? We actually want to put all borders in. Now, sometimes I like to have these heavy outlines. You can see how these have these darker lines. It's not necessary, but you can, if you drop it again, you can go thick outside borders, and you'll notice there's a thick outside border. I also want one there. So again, this is not necessary, but you can do it just purely for aesthetics. And I can also highlight the parts I want to colour. Go up to here, you can pick anything colour, or you can go into more colours. And there we go. Finally, the headings you can see are bold, so I'll make them bold as well. Sorry, I cheated with that. Highlight them, and up here you can see B for bold, or you can hit Control B on your keypad. And finally, I just want everything centered. So if I want everything centered, I highlight everything. I go up here and I click Align in the middle, and just click off that and click back on it again to make everything in the center. There you go. So once you've accomplished that, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and do practice 2. But I just want to point out one more thing. Let's just say you manually typed all those numbers, but you forgot to include one. So you don't have to restart again. If you want to include an extra row, you just click to the one below where you want. So let's say I want a number between 4 and 5. So I'm going to click on the 5 and right click and go Insert. And you can see it puts in a spare row for me above. I'll just go backspace, and let's say I wanted a column between A and B. I'll right click on B, go Insert, and you can see it's popped in another one for me. Now I'll just backspace that again. Alrighty, go ahead and do practice 2 for me. Thank you.